Hi guys, I'm Max Weinbach with XDATV, and today I'm going to show you what the gaming experience is like on the Xiaomi Mi 9 with a Snapdragon 855. Let's get started. So right here, I have the Xiaomi Mi 9. This is a Snapdragon 855. This model has 6 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. So it is one of the highest end devices. Has the Snapdragon 855 and all. But this isn't a first impression spec video. No, this is about the gaming performance. And the game I'm going to focus on is actually Fortnite, because they didn't announce this, Fortnite hasn't said anything about it, and no one's actually talked about it. But the Mi 9 supports 60 frames per second in Fortnite. The only devices that Epic Games has actually said, yeah, these support 60 frames per second, are the Honor View 20, the Huawei Mate 20X, and then all the Galaxy S10s. Oh, and the US Note 9. Those devices, Epic Games has come out and said, yeah, these have 60 frames per second Fortnite. The Mi 9 is another one of those devices that have it, but Epic Games never actually spoke about it, which was incredibly weird because they have listed out all the others. So I'm gonna just wait for this to load. Sometimes it takes a while, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. I do have to say though, when you are playing 60 frames per second in Fortnite on any device, it will limit your quality to high settings, but you can't change the render scale, which is a percentage. That you can change, but it will limit it to high settings and set it to 75%. Which is fine. I mean, if you go high frame rate or quality, that's how it goes in every game on every platform. Now once this loads, slowly again. Here we go. I can go over to settings, and you can see 60 FPS, high settings, at 3D resolution. Now what I was saying earlier is if you set it to Epic, you go down to 30 FPS, and there's no option to switch it back to 60 at Epic settings. I don't know why they do this, but they do. You can also change the 3D resolution up and down, but they keep it at 75%, and I want to keep it around 75%. Now, I'm not the best mobile player at all, so I'm actually going to go into a game of Playgrounds and just show you guys what it looks like and everything there. You can see I have the scenario emote here. Oh, loaded too quickly. But again, the Galaxy S10 was the only other device that has come out with the Snapdragon 855 that Epic Games has said, yeah, this does support Fortnite at 60 frames per second. I don't know why they haven't officially announced that the Mi 9 supports it. I don't know if they're saving that for an update and they accidentally put it in. I don't know. But if you are, good at spotting high frame rates, as I am, you might be able to notice this is 60 frames per second. It's easy to tell when you're moving. It's not as laggy. Now let me turn down to 30 FPS really quick. And you can definitely see it. You can see each frame. It's a little bit more laggy, a little bit more choppy. And it's just not as smooth as the 60 frames per second you're getting. There we go. So now let me just go over into Sunny Steps, and I'll actually go and play a little. Now I'm an avid player in this game, so let me just give you guys a little history about what's actually happening lore-wise while I try to show you just the frame rate and what it looks like. So in the last week's update, we got a new weapon called the Boom Bow. It's nice. It's one of my favorite weapons. In any game where there's a bow and arrow, I take the bow and arrow. But in the game, that same update, there actually had 3 excavation sites. One just started today. One started a couple days ago, and another one a couple days before that. They are right over here. There's one right there. Right there, my bad. There is one in the middle of Dusty Divot. And then there's one right there by Loot Lake. While we don't know what these do, as Epic Games has not said it yet, each one of these has had something come out up of the center. The first one, over by Paradise, actually had a geyser come out of it, some of the volcanic rifts. The other ones over in Dusty had some lava come out of it. Now this new one, at the time of filming, it hasn't been mined out yet, but we don't know what it is. But just again, you can kind of see this is definitely, well, you can't even kind of see, you can see this is definitely 60 frames per second. Thank you guys for watching. So I just want to kind of sum up everything that you saw in the video, or that you saw me playing on my phone. The Mi 9 is a great device for gaming. Has great performance. When I was testing it out, just playing a couple games off camera, it was keeping a smooth 60 frames per second in Fortnite, which is a relatively powerful mobile game, actually. And my phone was not overheating much. Well, when I did screen record and play, it definitely overheated. It got hot to the touch. Again, I wasn't able to take any calculations, any measurements of the temperature, but it was definitely hot to the touch, and it was not a nice game experience on something that hot. But otherwise, if you're just casually playing on your phone, perfectly fine. It'll play any game. If it can play Fortnite well at 60 frames per second, it can play any game well. Again, I do have the 6GB version. The 8GB version might be even better. I'm not sure how RAM corresponds to performance in games, but it couldn't hurt. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And yes, I do know a 4-finger claw is the best way to play mobile games, but I'm not a mobile gamer. So, yeah. Peace.